I think girls would like to be part of some kind of activity that lets her develop her own individual personality.
A chance to show off your talents, if you have them, and a chance to stand up and be counted for what you believe in.
Beauty pageants. Ah, yes, the age-old tradition of judging women that I can't help but to question. Why do they still exist? And let's be honest, does intelligence and talent really matter when a woman is posing in a bikini? With the 2009 Miss Universe pageant around the corner, I decided to spray on my tan, whiten my teeth, and travel to the Bahamas to see it for myself, and to answer some of those questions along the way. I figured, for research purposes, the best way to understand Miss Universe is to live just like Miss Universe at Atlantis. One of the most beautiful places in the world, a perfect fit for the most beautiful women in the world, and me. With no time to rest, the first event of the weekend is the Miss Universe Parade. All 84 contestants come in busloads to do what they do best, smile and wave. They were happy to look pretty and stay silent, but I wasn't. It was time to get some answers, and who better to talk to about the pageant than the reigning Miss Universe herself, Diana Mendoza. Because nothing's better for the self-esteem than standing next to the most beautiful woman in the world.
Hi, Diana. I'm Jessi from MTV.
Nice to meet you.
It is an honor and a pleasure to meet someone as important as you.
Oh, really?
Well, you are the reigning Miss Universe.
Well, you're not less important.
Tell us, what does it take? Because you would know.
She is beautiful.
Oh. What does it take to be Miss Universe?
It can take a lot of non-sleeping, a lot of makeup, a lot of hair now. It's a fun job to do. You come to the Bahamas, for example, and you swim with the dolphins. It's not hard.
Is it hard to be that pretty?
Oh, so tough.
Do I have what it takes to be Miss Universe?
I think you got something.
What do I need to work on?
That's it.
Oh, it's happening.
As she towered over me, with perfect teeth and flawless skin, I realized maybe she's right. Maybe I could be in a beauty pageant.
And what do I do now?
Now you just wave and smile.
How do you feel you only have 2 more days left as the reigning Miss Universe? How does that feel?
The 2? Oh my God. Well, thank you for reminding me.
Sorry to bring you down, Miss Yoon.
Yeah, okay then.
Thank you, Miss Universe.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to meet you.
My pleasure.
As I made my exit and Miss Universe tried to cover hers, I thought hard about her wise words and charming personality. I didn't expect her to tell me that anybody can be Miss Universe. Is it really that simple? Could there be a pasty, freckly redhead in a beauty pageant? When I wasn't thinking about myself, I couldn't help but notice the overwhelming amount of girls, little girls, cheering for these smiling, waving women. Did they actually look up to them? It was time to pick their teeny tiny little brains.
What do you think it takes to be Miss Universe?
Posing talents, modeling, singing. You have to be a good swimmer.
I didn't know that.
Usually you see them in the swimsuits. That's because all of them can swim. The looks. You have to be really nice, and you have to listen and listen to what people say and agree with some people.
If you had a choice to be the president or Miss Universe, which would you choose?
Miss Universe.
Why is that?
Because mostly girls are Miss Universe and mostly boys are president.
That's true, but you don't think that a girl could have a chance to become the president, maybe?
Well, they could, but it's more of a boy thing.
What do you have to look like to be Miss Universe?
You can't be like all messy and have your hair all over and wear draggy clothes.
You don't even really want to be here, do ya? What would you say is your best feature?
I have a lot of different swimsuits. I have one that looks like a 2-piece in the back and a front piece at the front.
That's racy and scandalous. Do you think you would get a lot of boyfriends if you were Miss Universe?
No. Yes!
No.
It was getting dark, the parade was coming to an end, and then it happened. I saw her, Miss Great Britain, the only redhead in the pageant. I had to talk to her. It just didn't go quite as smoothly as I had hoped.
Great Britain! You're the only redhead in the whole pageant.
I know.
What's the deal with that?
I'm kind of the only redhead usually wherever I go. Not usually a popular choice, but
So am I.
Holding the ginger, you know, high five.
I broke the float.
Oh my God!
Sorry, Great Britain. Okay, I gotta run.
No,
cue to leave, whether I was ready to or not.
Seriously, we need to go.
Back at the hotel, I contemplated my first day. I was impressed by Miss Universe, and I couldn't stop thinking about her honesty and cheekbones. But what about those little girls? Why was beauty so important to them? I had more people to meet and more questions to ask. The next day, I scheduled a meeting with Heather Kersner, one of the Miss Universe judges. She's beautiful, smart, and successful, so surely she has insightful things to say about beauty pageants. Could she change my opinion about it all?
Oh, I love your outfit.
See, I still haven't picked my ensemble for the Miss Universe pageant. You said you have your outfit, you're wearing something bright.
I have my outfit.
A judge at the Miss Universe pageant.
Yes, I'm a judge. Very honored to be a judge.
Let's be honest, how important is the interview portion?
Well, I think that beauty is the really important thing, and that's beauty inside and out. And I think the interview, it has to be someone who can speak. Remember, none of these girls are dummies.
Do you think Miss Universe is a good role model?
Do you know what? I do think it's a great role model. I mean, these girls, the service is important to them. They're all bright, they're super well-spoken, and they're beautiful. But as a role model, I think Miss Universe is definitely someone to look to.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting. But I wasn't ready to change my perspective entirely. I still needed to do a little more research. I decided to get some alone time on a remote beach to clear my head. Was everyone just feeding me what I wanted to hear? Or was there some truth to it all? I had to delve deeper into the world of Miss Universe and really immerse myself in all of the important things that she does. I'd finally gotten some action and was ready to take on the Miss Universe pageant. First stop, the red carpet. I needed to judge the people that the women were being judged by, the judges.
You've competed in pageants before, so you know what does it take to be Miss Universe?
Well, I don't know because I didn't win, but take something I didn't have, I guess.
It's about the inner confidence and the beauty.
Someone that's stunningly beautiful.
This is a beauty contest. So literally what we're here to do and judge is how beautiful a woman is.
What makes you qualified to judge women?
What do you mean?
Well, it's something that I've spent the better part of my life doing in private.
You mean in the competition?
Yeah. Well, I am a woman, first of all, so I think that helps. Although there are some male judges here, and they're here for their own reasons.
I've dated a lot of women.
As everyone hurried off to the pageant that I wasn't invited to, I watched from a really lavish and expensive viewing party. As expected, they smiled in their evening gowns and waved in their bikinis until finally it was time for the beauty queens to speak. Miss Venezuela approached the mic, and when asked how women all over the world can overcome the obstacles they face, she said that men and women are now equal and that we should realize that there are no longer barriers. The audience applauded, she smiled and waved, and I threw up in my mouth a little bit. I mean, I was furious. Her answer about women's equality wasn't only factually wrong, it was deeply damaging. The judges, however, disagreed. Miss Venezuela won, and I was left to clap for her pretty crown and her fancy dress, just like everybody else. At that moment, I realized that I had a choice to make. I could give up my quest and celebrate her for simply being beautiful, or I could give her one more chance to prove me wrong. And at the press conference, that's just what I did.
Hi, Miss Universe. I'm Miss Jessi from MTV. I'm curious, in the interview portion of the pageant, you said that men and women are now equal and gender discrimination no longer exists. How do beauty pageants promote equal rights?
She said that every day, as each day goes by, that women are superior and we're advancing, and that there are no walls and there's no barriers anymore between men and women.
And that was that. She gave me the same answer, which in turn answered my question. The question that led me to the pageant in the first place. And if the new Miss Universe was right, if women all over the world can really choose to do whatever they want on this planet, then I choose not to compete in a beauty pageant.
Then it's all over.
All those hours and hours of rehearsal on the youth fitness and poise and appearance routines. You're really out there trying to put on a good show. For the judges, of course, but most of all, for yourself.